Okay, the last one in the Saints and Sinners anthology is a short story called One Little Push. This one's written by Will Jordan, who you may know as the Critical Drinker. He does movie reviews, mostly criticism, combined with alcoholism. Um, the art is done by Carlos Reno. I have no idea who that is, but I'm willing to get surprised. And I got surprised pleasantly because I really like this art. I'm very impressed. This is right up my alley. He shows he has a lot of um, a knack for detailed work, especially the first page. Um, but he also does facial expressions very well. There's panels where you literally just see a face, like this one. So he doesn't shy away from close-ups, and that makes dialogue very fun to read. Interactions between people. Um, uh, so it kind of reminds me of the animated series. When I was younger, I used to watch Spider-Man the animated series or Batman the animated series, and it kind of reminded me of that. And I have some fond memories of that, so maybe that's why I'm drawn towards this art. Um, in my humble opinion, I think this is one of the better artists in this anthology. So one little push. What is it about? It's a book that has three different perspectives. It follows Kane, who is the assassin. There's a bit of perspective from Yaira, who is a character in this short story, and most importantly, the perspective of an unknown character who um, hasn't revealed his identity towards us, but seems very important to this story at least. So the premise is Kane, the assassin, is hired by Darren Fontano to assassinate Yaira. Um, this would show the city that Darren Fontano is the only one who needs to be feared in Flores Park. If he can kill a god, then everyone would fear him, and to him, fear means respect. Um, so after something cool happens between Fontano and Kane, a deal is made, and Kane is getting ready to set up for the assassination attempt. Near the end, we will see how the attempt unfolds. And all the while this is happening, we get the third perspective from this unknown character. He's going to get involved and try and prevent this attempt. He gives up vibes of being either supernatural or at the very least otherworldly. Um, and he remains anonymous throughout the story. Um, so that's the story in short. Well, it's a short story, so there's not much more to that. Um, is it a story about Yaira? No. Is it a story about Kane, the assassin? I would say not really. It might actually be the story about this mysterious character and what he can do. I call him the anonymous narrator for now because, well, we have some insight into his thoughts and the tasks he has to do, but he leaves a lot in mystery. Um, Kane is a bit of a textbook assassin. How you imagine an assassin would be, but of course he has accept abilities, which makes him the best in his profession, and that's why he's hired. I believe his abilities are linked to being able to think really fast and act really fast. I think preparation was the key to how he was described as an accept. And it's the reason why Fonteno hired him. And like I said, there's a cool part which I don't want to spoil, where he puts him to the test to see if he is actually an accept. Yaira is basically there's a 2 or 3 pages where we follow Yaira's perspective, and she's basically being Yaira. Well, actually, Sally. Let's say Sally. She's only Yaira at maybe a couple of panels. There's not a lot of focus on her, aside from her being the target of the attempt, assassination attempt. Altona's there. She has a very minor role as a support character. Like I said, the best part of this book is what Will managed to do with Fonteno. I think this is one of the rare cases where he actually builds the character, an existing character. Fonteno is an established character. He's been here from Isom 1, the very first comic. And I think what Will does here is add to how cool Fonteno is. So there's a lot of character building done for him here. The shit he pulls off here is pretty brutal, and that says a lot. You'll have to check it out yourself. I don't really want to spoil that. All in all, I think this is one of the better stories within here. Like I said, I like Bone God a lot as well. This one is up there, maybe a strong second. It's one of the better stories in this anthology. It's a good contained story. There's action. A bit is resolved, and a seed has been planted for more, and there's been mystery added. And it doesn't, most importantly, it doesn't damage known or established characters within the Rippaverse, like Yaira or Fonteno. It actually adds to them. So overall, yeah, really good. Good story.